Good morning and welcome to the LCS Lunker Podcast, episode 3, with my co-hosts Ahren
Hello.
and Brandon.
Yeah, what's up?
That was your
what's
start.
That was my start. It was like WWE-esque, but like no theme songs because we don't want to get copyright hit. You know what I'm saying? I love you, YouTube. Please don't remove our ad revenue.
No, we're good.
Our ad revenue, yeah.
Nothing.
Don't worry, guys. We're avoiding the yellow money sign that all YouTubers hate seeing, the demonetized hit. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm hoarding all the money that we earn. Don't tell Ahren and Brandon. All right.
What now?
What?
Don't worry about it. I'm talking to the viewers. You didn't hear that. You didn't have to hear that.
Okay.
All right.
I'm talking to my peeps, my homes that are watching this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, episode 3. We got to see week 1 of the LCS. I am a huge fan of the changes that Mark made. I remember Val saying in the middle of us watching it, being like, if there were no pauses, this probably would have been done at like 6, 7.
It would have been awesome.
It would have been done like so much earlier. Games are going by like pretty quick. If you pretend the pauses weren't there. The matchups were actually pretty exciting to see. Sleeper for, most of us went as planned. We have plenty to talk about, but I want to start off with what came out actually recently. I think it came out, yesterday when we posted episode 2, the Hall of Legends team. I'm actually very excited to see how they do this. I don't know how it's going to work for gaming, because with regular sports, you wait like a good 10 years. You wait for a player to actually retire.
Obviously they can't do 10 years.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say about it. It could either be pretty cool, or they could induct Faker as the first player, and then I won't care about it for the rest of the time, because
legally Faker has to be the first, but
no, he does not have to be the first. He's a player that's still currently playing. It should be a retired player. No, it would not.
It should be a retired player. I agree. They haven't put out any conditions as to how they're doing this.
Hall of Legends Hall of Fame is for retired players. You look at the body of work of their whole career. And obviously Faker's going to get in immediately once he's available to be in. But there's so many players in other sports and Hall of Fames, like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, that, before Tom Brady even retired, okay, for people that do not know who Tom Brady is, because this is a League of Legends podcast, NFL player, considered the GOAT football player of all time. Tom Brady, before he even would have retired, he would have been first ballot Hall of Fame inductee. But he's not in the Hall of Fame even yet, a couple of years or a year into his retirement, because you got to wait 5 years for to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. And as soon as he's available to be inducted, he'll get in immediately. But you don't put in players that haven't retired yet into a Hall of Fame, even if they're considered the GOAT at the time.
But what if esports wants to be different?
It shouldn't be, because then it's just a glorified, haha, look at Faker, guys. Little area. Should be.
Is that not what the game is right now? For the average viewer of pro play.
Yeah. But that's why Hall of Legends need to be special. Casual viewers don't care about Hall of Fame. This is for, and not even for me either, because I don't know any of these people. But these are for people that have been watching since the early days. That get to be
need to see
oh my god, I remember that guy. All these retired players. Yeah, I think for a game like League, where it hasn't been out for a while, I think as long as they're retired, they should be able to be inducted, maybe a year after they retire. But because I don't think it should be 10 years or 5 years, because it's just
that wouldn't work.
But I think if it's not retired players, and if it's Faker is the first person, I will.
Two years goes by in an esport, and that's essentially a decade in real life. It's very funny how fast esports moves. But Val, what do you think? What do you think the conditions and restraints are going to be for the Hall of Legends?
I do agree with Ahren that it should be reserved for the retired players, especially. And I know in a lot of places, it's always viewed as bad luck to be in something like that in the first place, because your career is still going on, and it'd be a little embarrassing if your career starts to falter after being inducted.
It's like the Madden curse. You're still
'Cause, I
ongoing
mean-
with your career. They put you on like a poster. Your face is everywhere, and then it's like, oh, your career's going downhill.
You're end of season injury.
Yeah.
You're done. Yeah. The cover curse.
Are there any players that you guys are hyped to see like be inducted into the Hall of Legends? Any players you want to see?
Probably
I'm
maybe,
just curious as
audition.
what the first Western player will be.
that too.
Western is probably going to be Caps. This dude's growing old.
But Caps isn't retired though.
Oh wait, you're right. Maybe Xpeke. Hold on. Wait. Oh,
Peke,
this is us digging into
Ericsson.
like some really old names. Hold on. Yeah. Xpeke would be pretty big for it. Would retired? Okay. I remember listening or seeing a tweet saying that should casters, coaches, and coaches be like inducted into it. I think they would be because they do that in sports as well.
Yep, they do.
Because a lot of coaches and casters are like former players and they just want to still stay within the scene, but they're not able to play.
Yeah, or they weren't like a big player, and they still committed so much to
the sport.
To the sport that it's because it's that's a lot of sports Hall of Fames will have commentators and coaches. So I do think it should be the same way for that, because I mean, it's not just players that make up League of Legends. Those coaches put in so many hours, and if you're a coach that's just well known and is known to win, or if you're a caster that's very famous, known to bring so much life to broadcasts like Flowers, I mean,
Flowers.
Who's the announcer for LCK? I want him in the Hall of Legends.
Oh, Caster June.
Whoever that guy is, bro, he's not getting paid enough.
Yeah, Caster June's so awesome. Cool. But yeah, I think I'd really love to see them also put in some casters and stuff. I don't know how many retired casters there even are.
There are not a lot anymore.
Because
that used to be the thing, but now as a caster, at least the only knowledge you really need is that you do need knowledge of the game. You just don't have to be like a former pro player to actually be a caster. So you can be very well spoken, but just know enough about the game where you just all of a sudden become a full-time caster. Like, you're not seeing Flowers reach challengers anytime soon, but he still does a great job.
Oh, good.
Just being hyperbolic with the game, and it's great. Also, Ahren, are you roboting?
My mic got unplugged, but it's back.
Nice.
It was only temporary. It was temporary. But yeah, I'd love to see all kinds of players. I really do not want to see current players. That'd be a little disappointing. But hopefully, I mean, they see how other Hall of Fames work. And
would this be the first time an esport does a Hall of Fame?
I'm not sure actually. I haven't really followed other esports very.
I don't want to count the shabby third party people just making their own versions Hall of Fames. I'm
talking
the actual
official
esport
ones,
is making an official one. Is this the first time?
Did Overwatch have one, Brendan? That you know of?
No.
Yeah, okay. Smash doesn't have one.
Yeah, and Smash.
There are no FGCs that actually have one.
No. I bet there's just an esports Hall of Fame in general or something.
Yeah. But nothing created by an actual. So, I mean, this is the first time this is happening technically. Then I can't wait to see the kind of conditions they put on this. I'm ready to vote. I'm ready to vote with Xpeke. I'm here.
There you go.
But yeah, Hall of Fame discussion aside, the first week of the LCS, how did our predictions go? I know mine. Week one, day one, holes started to fill in my boat. During the second half, dog. I don't know what happened. I put money, not actual money, but money on Shopify or Building Immortals, and they didn't deliver. I'm sad.
Mine was reverse.
Yep.
Where I had my first two games predictions didn't go too hot, and then everything was
you were robbed by Riven. I think you were robbed by Riven. The Riven pick for sniper. I can't believe it was picked either. And even C9 banning it on Sunday, they were like, yo, this is his comfort pick, bro. Just put him on tank duty and we can win this game for free.
He picked Gwen, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just something that's a little less comfortable.
But yeah, no, I did great. I went 7-1. I choked on the Immortals Dignitas pick though. My coin flipped.
You flipped the coin, and
I flipped the coin and it did not go in my favor. But
even then, I
for all
don't
the
think
other
you have
picks,
anything to be like disappointed about. That's still.
no, I'll take 7-1 missing on Immortals Dignitas. Though Dignitas does look better than I thought they were gonna be.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
XU looking pretty solid. Rich, of course, keeping.
XU wants to win.
This is fun.
I love that guy. Oh, what is it? The segment they had for him.
Yeah, after
pros.
Pros after the day.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they had that little section. That was really nice. You get more insight into how the pros parent. You see the more of their personality. It's actually very good that they do that.
I'm giving more respect to Dignitas. I'll talk about my future predictions when I get there, but this week, I don't think I have any complaints. I think I'm sad to see Shopify Rebellion go 0-2, but
yeah, they looked rough.
They looked unique. I think I want to say unique instead. The Zach mid pick, I think, was kind of cool. It was very cool to see. It was something.
Like Poppy.
That's that. I feel bad for anyone that has Insanity for Sleeper, because I don't think you're ever gonna guess whatever he picks. I genuinely don't think you will. Shoutouts to Kevin in our Sleeper league.
Shoutouts to our boy Kevin.
For some, yeah, he has he has Insanity, so I don't think he's ever gonna get double points. But also, the good part about that, whoever you're up against doesn't know what to ban, so you just gotta pray he has a pop off performance.
We're just ban like Corky or Zir and then pray.
Corky Zir, it is the meta right now. It's
very real.
Very fun to see.
But yeah, overall, Ahren went 7-1, flipping a coin for a matchup that no one really cared about. So essentially, he's 8-0 in my head.
In the lead currently for our group.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people went 1-7, so it could have been worse.
Kevin didn't put any predictions, so that makes sense. Yo, I think Rain actually flipped a coin, bro.
No, Rain did the Mark Z strat, or who does that strat where they just pick the opposite?
That's Mark Z. That's Mark. Yeah, that's Mark. The Mark Z strat is to literally pick the team that is not favored to win, just so if they do win, you look like a genius.
It's 1-7.
Yes, so. I don't think that 1-7 is real in my head, because I know Rain knows better. He's just having fun.
He'd be 7-1.
Yeah. Zach is 6-2, tied with Vile right now. Oh my God! Yeah, he only got the Team Liquid games wrong. Wait. Yeah, he got the first Team Liquid game wrong, and the second one. I think Team Liquid's a kryptonite. He might get each and every one of those wrong for like the rest of the season.
That'd be really funny to see.
Jenny's also 6-2, so.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I'm literally left behind. What the fuck? I'm essentially 5th. It's so painful.
But you're 3rd. Yeah.
Oh my God! At 5-3.
Yeah.
Well,
not too bad.
Shouts to Mario for getting all of day 1 incorrect and getting all of day 2 correct. That is.
Oh, wow.
How did he earn that?
Mario's an NRG fan. So he picks NRG. Safe to assume.
Yeah, it's 50 assume he's always going to vote for NRG. But
I think everything was close except for the Shopify. Well, actually, we didn't know how Shopify would be, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I feel it feels very good to get a scope of how teams look. Just so like further on into the league, I think we'll be a lot more educated about our decisions. Definitely not Rain. He's still going to vote for the least likely to win, and I think I might do that with Shopify Rebellion. Just hope they win. Okay. Theoretically speaking, I don't think I should have faith in this team. I should be 7-1, but I wanted to see if they do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to predict them to lose every match they play. They have Cloud9 and Immortals. I'm just going to predict they lose both of those. They have to lose against C9. If they beat C9, this entire thing is getting turned on its head.
I'll flip yours then.
The region is doomed.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm like, we're already leaning into that. What spicy predictions do we have for week 2? What are we looking at?
Well, week 2?
What are we looking at? I'm already leaning into it unless you guys have any other games.
We'll
transition, but we can hold on.
Yeah, we'll do week. We'll do picks at the end.
I got you. Hold on. I'll hit the break.
All right. And then before we get into the games themselves, we also had fantasy. And we just got the stats back on that a couple hours ago, so we can see the weekly report.
Travis guy, yeah.
But Me and Brandon went up against each other. All right,
One.
Eddie, I actually did win on pick bands, which was nice. So I guess
Yeah, if
his
you look
base.
at the base points.
Wait. Don't look at the. Or did you check the base points just now?
Yeah.
For us too.
Oh,
Okay, Brandon. Did you see?
I see that if
Don't look at it yet. Don't look at it yet. Don't look at it yet. Okay.
No, I already saw it. I saw it yesterday. To be fair, so.
Oh, okay. Guess
My
how
team.
much I lost to his base score by.
Well, we'll let the viewers
Eddie.
at home guess.
Okay.
Your base versus my base, or your points versus my base?
My
His
points
Full points.
versus your base. No, your base points versus my
to
points.
to,
It
to
was
explain in case anyone doesn't know, the way Sleeper works that we explained in the
Yeah.
first episode, you can pick champions, which will give you extra points, and you can also ban champions, which will have the points that your opponent earns on a certain like player. So base points is how many they would have earned if you didn't consider the pick and bans.
so my final score was 265.21 points, and his base final score was 165.22 points. But I was lucky enough to get a ban or a couple bans that gave me the win in the end. So I was but without those bans, I would have lost by 0.01 points, and I think I would have just started crying if that would have happened. But
Pick
off
bans
those,
for bot lane is actually very interesting. I'm looking at yours, like I think if we had known which team gets which side, I think red side saw a lot of Lucian, and that's what Shopify Rebellion was on, which is why Wild Turtle selected Lucian a lot. So you getting that Lucian ban is huge.
yeah, paying attention to red side was great. Same with Cloud9 with JoJo's Akali, because they were just first picking Azir blue side, but red side they were able to get the Akali. And then, yeah, those are the main two. Yeah, red side Lucian's great. In LCK, they're picking it B1 a lot, actually. But not as much in the LCS, which is interesting. Yeah. So that's a red side pick. So that's like the biggest strategy to pick in bans is just kind of pay attention to what side the teams are on. And if they're on the mix of the two, it doesn't matter if like the day one they're on blue and day two they're on red. That's not that important. But if you see a double blue side or a double red side, that could very much help.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get, for top lane, Gwen's mostly just an R5 pick, right? So, it could be a pretty good pick if you're red side. Both games for your top laner. But Cassante at the same time could be a great blue side pick. So it kind of goes that way.
Yeah, very solid bot lane picker bans. Varus, Lucian. Surprisingly, Jhin. I see a lot of Senna, which is kind of insane for bot lane with what is it? The Senna Tom Kench combo. I think banning for bot lane is also very rough because you have to also consider actual mages now because Seraphine was locked in. What team? It was Meech, right? It was Meech that had picked Seraphine, and you have Meech.
Two of them. Yeah, Meech picked Seraphine, and Busio also picked Seraphine, but they did the same. Yeah, they did the same bot lane of Seraphine.
So I would say bot lane's kind of volatile when it comes to it's not just marksman. Just remember that if you're doing your pick bans, it's not just marksman now.
You might also have to pick Senna and Seraphine.
To be fair, since LCS is now live patch, changed to the
done.
next patch.
Thank God.
Next week.
You were doing the double support item last night in games, and that was just horrid.
I will not get into the math of how much money you earn, but I will just say, as Lucian Nami, me on Nami, with that support item strategy where I was playing with Lucian, which was Shani, I had as much gold at 14 minutes as a Fiora with 2 kills, 3 assists, and a couple plates. I had as much gold as her.
It's actually 3 kills and 4 assists.
Oh, my fault. But even better.
Yeah, exactly.
I had almost as much as her. I think it was about 200 gold off, and that's insane as a support player. Just playing support. Dude, this strategy has to go away. Because that was me doing it first try. Imagine perfecting this strategy. Like it's not okay. I was just literally 2 items up on the enemy ADC. Like okay, to be fair, I'm looking back at it now. I had 2 kills, but that still doesn't change anything. Like, oh my god, how did I earn this? I can't wait for the strat to be gone, because I'm looking at it now. Even in Korea, I don't think it's okay. I don't know how they're gonna nerf this without actually affecting support characters that need to rely on this system. Because like, how are you gonna get rid of this without actually affecting the people that were made to build this item?
The 2 ways I saw it was proposed was make it so either the support can only buy it, like only one person can buy the support item in the lobby, or the second one was the one I think that they're doing, which is when someone gets the minion like
mitigation,
the money mitigation, like everyone who has a support item also gets it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that first one that you said, because what if someone that's not a support locks in, like, buys that item? Like, what do you do?
I think that's why they went with the second option.
Yeah, the second option is a lot better.
I think why, yeah. But to be fair, I think the jungle item already has that, and I don't see that.
That's because you get smite.
It's because smite. Yeah, but yeah. Well, hopefully. We'll see next patch next week on LCS.
We will.
Yeah.
There were no games that really like stood out to me. I'm like thinking back in my head. I think I'm very sad, at least with my team, that Dokla didn't earn much off of my Cassante pick, because I'm like, oh, he picked Cassante. Maybe he might do something. Obviously, I wanted to see Energy lose to C9, but he earned me 3 points, which is awful. I will give a shout out to my boy Berserker. I got the double Varus pick, and he earned me almost 100 points off of like 2 games. Dude, I have no words. This was, it was actually beautiful. I do dislike the fact that Mario having Immortals Dignitas players is like a huge handicap, but day 1 they just farmed points off of each other. Dove, off of a win, earned 37 points. Like, I have no words. And even like our Mal, off of like a loss playing Maokai, he earned about like 20 points, and that's still pretty big. Like, on a loss, that's pretty huge.
That's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Berserker pick remind me of last year when you picked a Zeri and you got 100 points in a single game.
Bro, I was on vacation in Arizona. I wasn't even looking at Sleeper. I wasn't even looking at the games. I picked Zeri, just saying, okay, that's fine. I'll just close my phone. I come back to your ping, and I'm like, yo, this week is free. It's free. I think it was against Shandy too. Yeah. Yeah.
Aaron's flaming him for not banning Zeri.
I forgot what specific patch it was, but it was like the era of just like you have like a support that can just put shields and move speed on you, preferably Lulu, and you just run teams down, because for some reason ADC can have like almost 3k health at like 25 minutes, can do so much damage to you, has like move speed up out the wazoo, like you cannot catch her. It was not okay, but I didn't care. I earned money.
Well, we got our scorelines out of the way for our predictions last week. So let's go with any standout players this week. Well, last week.
I am very shocked at how humble Jojo Pune is right now. I think. Okay, now hold on. Let me walk with me here. I don't know. Okay. When he first like landed onto the LCS, like that man would be fined every interview. Like he like this man would just be talking about how he's ready to like shit on people. Yeah, we're getting fined there. We got to censor that one. But like he would always be talking about that. No, I'm joking. Like he would just be like, "Oh yeah, like we're gonna beat this team. We're gonna beat this team." But now in all of his interviews, it's just like, you know what? I'm with the team. I'm staying humble. You want to know what it might be that has like humbled this man? The C9 morning workouts.
Ooh.
Dude, I think that's humbling him right now. The
Sleep
fact
schedule does wonders for a man.
It really does, dude. It's like how a bad bitch can change a man.
Okay.
A proper sleep schedule. Yo, you become a better person. Like, you actually become a better person. It's insane. So, Jojo Pyun, just not even by his gameplay, just the way he moves now. Like, just as a person. I'm a fan of it. I have no complaints. Like, this C9 team, I was expecting them to be, like, a lot more arrogant. But, nope. Felipe has a cool head. Blabber has a cool head. Fudge isn't, like, doing knuckle sandwich stuff anymore. Like maybe for the promo videos, but that's just his thing. Like everyone's grounded, which makes me happy because it's like, okay, this team can actually do something. Like we're not egoing anymore. This is great. Okay, well, I lied. Jojo Pune tweeted out C9's winning Worlds, but still, you know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, I think he's more like level-headed in game. At a game, he's the same person, and maybe he understands how to conduct interviews better. Okay, but my standout player, also a mid laner, and someone you were giving a lot of crap for before the season started, and a player that had been just always good and then only had a bad split recently, was Jensen. I thought he looked pretty awesome this whole week. Every single game he was carrying his team. He played Ori and Azir. That Azir game was crazy. Of course, it was Immortals and SR, so you could say they hadn't played against the best mid laners yet, between Mask and Insanity, but he still looked really good, really consistent. I think that mid jungle duo looked really good, which was exciting. So I'd say probably Jensen the most out of anyone.
Jensen, okay, I did give him crap, but it was more so for the fact that if you try and put him on anyone that builds AD, he's not going to do much. I don't count Corki because that champion's not okay either. But he played Azir. He played, Orianna. He did great. And you want to know why? Because he loves playing those champions. This meta is honestly his meta to like play in.
It is his meta.
If Power of Evil was still playing, I feel like he would dominate too. Like this meta is quite literally like a mage meta. Like the only AD top laners, not top laners, the only AD mid laners we saw were like Jace. No, we didn't see Jace. Actually, we only saw Yone? Yeah, we only saw Yone. And I guess Corki if you want to count that too, but like for the most part it's literally just AP champions. So this is Jensen's meta to just put in work on. I'm all for it.
Yeah. My standout players probably Quid, seeing from the Team Liquid 100 views.
Oh yeah, Quid as well. Honestly, all the mid laners look pretty good.
I think so too. Obviously, like Quid didn't look too great in the C9 game, but no one on his team really stood out.
And he's laning against JoJo, so it's like
Quid was insurance in the TL game.
That man was performed that game really well.
He was silently farming. He was silently earning kills. I don't think he saw a gray screen. I think he went deathless.
He didn't. He's the only deathless player that game.
Yeah, dude. I don't even know what to say. That game was beautiful. I think he underperformed with playing Nico against C9, but it's C9. Like no one's expecting you to be like a standout player, but Quid definitely is a player to look out for.
Yeah, I'm looking out, especially after his summer performance. It's a very different look. See how it keeps going for him.
I will say, shout outs to the Wi-Fi wizard, Masu. That man, I didn't get to see the FlyQuest Shopify Rebellion game, but I did see the Immortals one. That man was putting in work on Jhin. I don't know how they made Jhin work. I feel like Jhin is not good right now. I don't think he's like the best pick. I forgot how pick and bans went, but I think he might have been forced to just pick something like that just to have a comfortable landing phase and mid game. But he did it. That man did it. I give credit to him because he's one of the rookies, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I love him. That man did great.
Oh, and one less shout out to a mid laner, Dove. Dove, I thought played pretty well as well. Even in the loss, he had that quadra kill. And then he, I think you could just see how Dignitas has clearly upgraded their whole roster a little bit.
They did. I don't think you can write off this team anymore. Like, you can't blindly write them off. Like,
Isles played really well too, or at least in one of the games.
I think it's XU that I'm really hyped to watch.
Yeah.
On Dignitas. He's the one I'm looking out for. And I'm also glad that Isles found like a team that he can play with.
Yeah, a team that gives him a shot.
Yeah, to like actually like be creative and like not do what he wants, but at least like throw out ideas and see if he can make them a reality.
For sure.
Which is huge. But yeah, I will say, we did touch on it before. A bunch of pauses. Like,
Oh my god.
yo, do we have Wi-Fi issues? Are we not on
They
LAN
had to fix
cables
that.
in the studio?
That was terrible.
Are we running off of like a router?
I was totally taken out of that first C9 game from that
Dude.
40-minute pause. That one was rough.
Dude, I have no way because I wanted to watch the whole thing and then I had to go somewhere because like it lasted so long. Thank God they made those changes to like the intermissions between games. But dude, the pauses. I have no words, man. Yo, we're running this game off of like Netgear routers made in like 2007, bro. I have no words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kind of shit I'd be
yeah.
playing Super Smash Brawl off
Hopefully
of. Bro.
they'll get it fixed though. I have
Thank
faith.
The fanatic pause hacks.
But yeah, I think one thing that a lot of people won't be shocked at, but Cloud9 did pretty much just kind of dominate every game. I don't think there was a single moment in either game they played where it looked like there was like a losing position. Blabber was winning lane, or not winning lane, sorry. Blabber was feeling crazy in the jungle. Fudge was winning lane. JoJo is like really winning lane. And then, you know, Vulcan and
that is essential.
Berserker were just chilling. And then I don't think Berserker had any standout games, but I mean, he was playing Varus both times. He was consistent. He never choked any games. He won when he needed to.
He didn't have any breakout games because I don't think anything really happened around him. In this kind of meta, like Void Grubs aren't really what you're like aiming for. So obviously you're going to be playing for bottom, playing for dragons. But nothing really happened around him specifically. I'm even like recalling like the games that they were playing. All bro did on Varus was like throw out his R, get a root in, and the rest of his team would just straight up like dive on top of whoever like he roots. He kind of just played like a supportive role, which is perfectly fine. Remember that being carried is a skill, and he didn't have to be the hero. I think that's really great on Berserker is that you're not the hero of this game. There's no shame in that. Just sit back.
And when you got Blabber on Viego or Jin Zhao.
Yeah, like they're already like we had Fudge. Yeah, Fudge was playing like Udyr. Like they're the ones already like in there. All you have to do is just sit back and support.
Just hit them. Yeah. It's great. So yeah, we'll see how long they can keep it up. I definitely would not be shocked to see this team. I mean, it's week 1, but I wouldn't be shocked to see this team just stay undefeated. They played NRG, which, so they've already been tested, I think, competitively, team-wise. That one wasn't close. I want to wait for the FlyQuest game because they look pretty good in TL, and obviously they can throw a game, but I think they'll just stomp the rest of the season, which is great. I need them to stomp. Unfortunately, it's way less interesting competitively, but if you have a roster like this and they just don't stomp the LCS,
the region is doomed.
Yeah, the region's doomed. Jinx. And it will not be as interesting internationally.
But is NA doomed? Are we really? I say this every year, but I feel like this year might be the year we actually do something. Remember, we could potentially send 5 teams to Worlds. That is not out of it's not out of the question. With the new format they have now, we can send 5 teams. I know people will definitely disagree with what I'm saying, but I would love to see I'd love to see NRG, TL, C9, potentially FlyQuest.
I don't know if we're gonna get 5 teams.
We're not getting 5, but the possibility isn't 0.
I'll take 3. I think 3 would be good. I think 3 is only the amount that matters.
3 is what's gonna happen. But think about it.
But no, we're gonna make it to the finals of MSI, and it's gonna be 4. But
yeah. But still, come on, I can still.
3 is good enough for Worlds. I mean, we'll have to see. But fight for number 2 is looking interesting. I think Fly looks good and NRG looks good. So.
I think FlyQuest is scary. I said TL. I said TL would scale, would be better as the season goes on. So I'm not scared of them yet. But FlyQuest is what I'm scared of now.
Whippo was playing Whippo's game. The rookie bot lane was looking pretty good. Mid jungle was looking great.
From the interview that Jensen had in the little pros after all the games happened, little pro segment, he talked about how Inspired and Whippo were the big talkers of the team, because
course,
Blippo, we
yeah.
all know, is like really knowledgeable about the game. Like this man could tell you like percentages that like even God couldn't figure out on like Corki. Like I don't know how he does, but he just does. And Inspired obviously is going to be their go button like in most games, because he's obviously the one that's going to be like making plays. Jensen, he's just going to be hanging back on like a Zero Oriana, just playing bitchmade until he's called up for Dragon. That team, I'm scared of.
Yeah.
Genuinely speaking. I have no other teams that I'm really scared of. Yeah, I'm looking at the stats here. Inspired's going to be a goal button this entire season. He had a great performance on Poppy, a great performance on Vi, and Bwipo knows that Olaf is a good champion into like Udyr. Like he knows that Olaf is a great champion right now. He even said it himself that like, oh, he's just gonna tell his team just wait for him to get like 3 items, and we're just gonna stomp the rest of the game.
Yeah, it was interesting. He was talking about people were like, oh, Udyr, or not Udyr, sorry. Olaf is just this really strong early game champion, but he sees it as this scaler.
Yes.
And then once you have 3 items, you're unkillable. And I think that's a testament to just Bwipo and just trying to, because he's such a...
Because he knows he has a team behind him. I think people aren't
like,
wrong.
Let me get to 30 minutes, they can't kill me.
Yeah, people aren't wrong to say that Olaf is... He can be, but you don't want to do that. You would much rather just wait for 3 items, just completely kill off carries. If the carries are gone, Udyr would have to run away, otherwise he's dead.
Well, he played it into Aatrox, but yeah.
Oh yeah, but like that's I'm reading it here, but still, I'm scared. That team, a dark horse, an actual dark. I said Shopify Rebellion was.
I don't know about dark horse. I think people were pretty high on.
They're just a horse.
Okay, they're the horse you had in Minecraft, the one with like really high jump stats and like speed stats. That's what they are. Shopify Rebellion is the horse
Energy and FlyQuest play this next weekend, right? Yeah, that'll be a really good. That's the game I'm most excited for.
Who did I have winning that? I'm actually so scared that I picked Energy.
I picked Energy.
Oh my god, I picked Energy. All right, Dokla, come and clutch.
But speaking of picks for next weekend, see how I did that?
What a transition!
Yeah, I'm taking notes down. I fumbled it the first time. You got it right the first time. I'm writing notes.
All right. But speaking of transitioning to the picks next week, who y'all got for the first game of the week? Shockingly, it's during the same slot as the K-Core game, so that'll be unfortunate. But Dignitas Cloud9. I think we all
have the same pick, but I'm not sleeping on Dignitas. I would.
No, I'm not sleeping on Dignitas, but it is Cloud9. I think it'll just be another stomp.
Yeah.
That'll be a short game.
That one I think that one's gonna run for like 30 minutes.
Are no pauses.
Wins. If there are no pauses, yeah. I think that game will run. I think that game will run pretty long, like maybe like 30 minutes, but that's also not really all that long. I'm not expecting anything special, but I do want to see how Dignitas responds to the way Cloud9 plays, because if Cloud9 stomps this team, I would be grateful to see that, because that means this region's not doomed. But if Dignitas is actually doing something against us, I'm scared. I'm frightened. Watching TL be competitive against C9 is different from watching like a lower tier team be competitive against C9, because like, holy shit, what are we doing? What is happening?
That's what Ahren says. Dignitas finds a way to beat JoJo and Vulcan.
Yeah, it's. I always get worried about, for some reason.
Yo, don't carry that. Don't carry that curse. Don't carry that.
Yeah, you already have the NRG curse. I can't carry. Yeah, JoJo can't carry another one. But for some reason, Dignitas is JoJo's kryptonite, which is the most embarrassing kryptonite. But
maybe it's kind of like the NRG thing. NRG beats higher tier teams but loses to lower tier teams.
No, it's just JoJo, Pion.
Yeah, but like it's like the NRG thing where like they do great because they prepare against higher tier teams, and they see a lower tier team and it's like, oh, this is easy, and all of a sudden they see a defeat screen.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be the same. But game 2, NRG 100 Thieves, we all agreed as well. NRG takes that one. I'm curious. I want to watch that top lane game though. Definitely. That's they're giving Sniper the run through on this the first week. He had to play against Impact Fudge. Then he's got Dokla, Rich. So we'll see.
I think that's amazing. Like, this dude is actually going through a whole gauntlet, considering the fact he had to fight Sniper had to go up against like Impact, had to go up against Fudge, and now has to go up against Dokla. This is actually, if anything, if I'm 100 Thieves, I would be grateful that you get to see what you can do against higher tier teams now with your rookies before fighting the lower tier teams. So I wouldn't even be surprised if 100 Thieves like tries things. Like they're gonna try something special, because you can't, if you know you can't beat a team with like traditional methods, you want to try and get like pocket picks going on.
I'm just glad they're putting Sniper on carries and not trying to mold him into what he's not. Yeah, despite being a rookie. So that's nice at least.
Yeah, no special matchups except top.
Hopefully they keep that going. Right. Yeah, and then
now we got some difference.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Finally,
FlyQuest TL.
All right, you had FlyQuest winning. I think that's only because you have like what, Jensen and Inspired on fantasy.
No.
I have just Inspired.
TL. Wait, why do you have?
He's Bwipo Busio.
This dude is playing both sides.
Yeah, that's a rough one for you. Yeah.
I don't know, Brandon. You're playing both sides here.
But yeah, I think FlyQuest, you know, they looked good. I think TL looked not as strong. So yeah, I'll just give this one to FlyQuest. Hopefully, the mid jungle I think is just better overall. Top lane I think is, you know, that one's pretty even. Bot lane, besides core, I think I wouldn't give Yon an edge over Masu. So I think they pretty much got an even or winning lane or winning position and everything but support. So
I think the difference maker will be the mid jungle like duo of both teams. I will give MP credit from what is it called? Oh, what game was it where this man was like invaded on? He was invaded on? Or, no, yeah, was it was it against Shopify? Yeah, it was against Shopify where he invaded into their red side. Yeah. It failed completely. Like, this dude was behind. And then he all of a sudden he was like, okay, I'm not going to make it back just getting my camps. I have to invade. And, like, they made it back due to him being unorthodox in his gameplay. I think I'm going to go with my same reasoning for the 100 Thieves NRG match. Like, Umti has to come up with something different that, like, the CPU that is Bwipo cannot figure out and calculate for. Do not be like, I hate this dude. Like, he looks like a goofball. He actually looks like a goofball, but this dude is smart as hell. I don't know how. I think it might be the curly hair. It might be. I don't know.
All the wrinkles in his brain showing outside,
people that look like Bwipo, they're like goofy as hell when I first talk to them, and then when you actually get into like either deep discussions or like try to talk about something more intellectual, they're just going in, bro. You're like, damn, Socrates got reincarnated. Like, what?
What?
Like, this dude got reincarnated.
Waffler, just cereal.
Okay.
I'm a cereal waffler, but like, still, it's all for the content.
Yeah. Shopify Immortals, your two O2 teams.
One of them.
I wasn't impressed with either of them, but I think Immortals sucks completely. I think they're terrible.
I have to support Mask, bro. This dude has done nothing for me. I have to support him.
You're insane for passing on Jensen for Mask. I can't believe you for that one. Yeah, you passed on Jensen for Mask. I
can't be too OP. I literally have the C9 bot lane. I have to nerf myself somehow. Like,
Fair enough. I'm happy for it because I already faced Jensen, and now I get to face Mask in 2 weeks, so that's great. That'll be a nice free little win. But yeah. I had Shopify.
Yeah, both of you have Shopify. I have Immortals only because I want to see Mask win. Val, any special reason why you have Shopify Rebellion winning?
Sanity's gonna cook and Castle and Nest don't know what to do, bro. Simple as that.
Yeah, they do not. They're so like.
Yeah. Someone pray for my boy Edward Ta, aka Tactical, the greatest ADC that the world has ever seen. Let me see him in the Hall of Legends.
Tactical.
Let me see him in there.
Go.
I'd vote for it. Don't worry.
Yeah. Sunday.
That's day 2.
What do we have for day 2? We have Dignitas versus 100 Thieves. Oh my God, am I the only one that voted Dignitas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. That is.
I have faith in the 100 Thieves. I think Meech gonna keep cooking. Sniper's gonna get in his groove. He's got his first taste of the LCS. He's got a better idea what to do. Quid and River are just gonna keep being Quid and River was awesome, by the way. We forgot to talk
River's
about
so
him,
good.
but he was so
River's
good.
very good.
Yeah, that's gonna be a River carry, honestly, on that one.
Maybe I'm just a Nate
I think
hater.
Maybe you are. Well, wait. What are your reasons, Eddie? For
give me your Dignitas pick.
I just think Dignitas is hungrier for a win. Like this team looks like
They have a win.
You can look at this roster and say this is probably going to go far. Like
No.
in competitive. No, this could potentially go far in like competitive play. I genuinely believe they can. Like I don't see this team like not making it to playoffs and not like at least upsetting somebody. Like that's what I'm seeing, and like I'm putting them as beating 100 Thieves because if they can do that, I genuinely believe they can do something in playoffs. I want to see this team be good. Because I haven't seen Dignitas be good since like what I am Cutie Pie, and that's like way back. That is way back.
I'd much rather see this 100 Thieves team do good, but I think their roster's way more interesting. It's got cool NA talent. It's got Golden Glue, the Draft God, triple AD topside, and that Enchanter bot lane.
Double Enchanter.
Double Enchanter. Yeah, it's crazy.
Game 2. Yeah, we all had energy winning that one.
Yeah, we had. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, former champions. I expect nothing less of them but to cook. That team is solid. I don't have anything like special to say about this matchup. Actually, I do.
Cloud9.
I do have something special to say about that matchup. Why did I say energy? Yo, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yo, y'all should have stopped me. I'm looking at Saturday.
Yeah.
We need to discuss that one. Okay, Cloud9 versus Shopify. Yeah, that one is okay. Never mind. Yeah, Cloud9. I'm done waffling.
I'll say it. Yeah, I mean, Cloud9 just looking way better than Shopify right now for sure. Cloud9 gonna go probably 2-0 this week unless Shopify figures out something crazy. Their insanity picks. I don't know. I think maybe B-Boy is gonna come back too, but I don't really know if that's gonna affect much.
Yeah, why did it say on Sleeper that you changed Wild Turtle for B-Boy?
Oh, well, I did.
Oh, you did? Like you swapped it like manually?
I put a waiver out and it did it like instantly.
Oh.
Because it's the same player, but
yeah,
in Sleeper, but I want to make sure it's right. But I mean, we'll see what they do. Maybe I assume B-Boy's coming back. I assume his VC issues are sorted, but if they're not, I mean, it's still fine. Wild Turtle still looks solid. That's
Wild Turtle
the better looking Lucian in the West.
Oh God.
Lucian's gonna be just not looking too hot.
I'd love to see Berserker on it. We'll see. He was Varus both games, so
yeah, we'll see.
Get to see him.
I think I prefer seeing him on like Varus. Honestly, I prefer.
What did FBI play? FBI played Senna and what was his other pick? Let me see. He played Senna and Lucian, yeah, and he went 3-2-2, but that was the Cloud9 game.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. I enjoyed seeing Huhi and FBI back together. They pulled up a stat on during the game that they had played like 3/4 of their career together, which was completely insane. One, I thought Huhi was like a decent bit older player than FBI, but I could be wrong on that, so I was kind of shocked at it. Not age-wise, just in the league longer. And also
2016.
He's been playing since I think 2016. Yeah, 2016.
Yeah, how long?
He joined CLG. 2016 as a mid laner. Because that's iconic. Because everyone knows the MSI run that CLG had made.
He swapped to support in 2019.
Yeah.
Which was Guardians Academy. I don't know if he played with I don't know if he played with FBI there, but I know he played when he won LCS, which is 2020, on support, and then they moved to 100 Thieves, and then it was Golden Guardians with Sticks, and now it's back on FBI NRG.
Yeah, this man has a whole. I was just reading up on it for a little bit. Technically, he started in 2015, but it was for like really like it was like a lesser team in the LCS back then, and it was 2016 where he actually like broke out and became an actual name and not just like some random mid laner on a team. And I remember him transitioning into the support role, which was rough, very rough, because it's like because the only way you can keep your career is if you transition into a role. Not to say like support is bad, but who he just transitioning to that role is also very rough. Because you learn a role and then all of a sudden you have to be in a different one. But I think he preferred playing the game more than just like egoing it in a role. So I have no complaints. Also, I just confirmed, yeah, he's like 28. He's like the same age as Jensen.
Jesus.
You look at him and it's like, yo, you don't see 28, bro. It's that Korean gene kicking in, bro. It's that Korean gene, dog. He does not look 28. Oh my god.
Right, well,
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of NRG,
give
NRG
us your
predictions.
NRG.
But you both guys picked NRG.
Over
and
FlyQuest?
I picked
Yes.
Fly.
Yes. I genuinely believe NRG has more cohesion than FlyQuest. FlyQuest will slip up somewhere in communication. I'm calling it now.
I think that'll be the closest game of the whole week 2. So honestly, I couldn't say for certain. NRG is just my
Probably the game of the
betting
week.
pick. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I think Palafox contract's good. Just like I think inspired Jensen. I think it's a very even matchup, just across the board. Maybe slightly better bot lane for NRG, and that could be the deciding factor. But also probably better top side for Fly. I think that'll be a very fun one, and I think it'll be exciting. I hope the draft for it is interesting. That'll be a great one. But yeah, I have NRG just cause, honestly. Palafox sweep, maybe. I wouldn't be shocked to see him carry the whole game. But yeah, NRG.
Pretty much,
that
yeah.
one.
Without repeating anything, yeah, Aaron's got it on the money.
Nice.
What's the FlyQuest pick? Let's hear it.
I mean, it's just gonna be a close game, like you guys said. But I mean, FlyQuest probably. Have to see.
I would not be unhappy with either one of those teams winning. I like them both. And then final game of the day, TL Immortals. All of us had TL. I don't. Yeah.
I'm so tempted to put Immortals just for the sake of arguing. I'm not going to.
yeah, if you want to throw away more points, like you did with Shop.
Dude, now that we're actually keeping track, I can't just like throw. Well, damn. Now that I'm saying that, I might have to switch Immortals and Shopify Rebellion. I might have to switch my pick for that. Actually, you know what? Nope. I stand strong on Saturday. These picks are locked in. It's recorded. But I definitely do not see Immortals beating TL. If they do, this region's doomed.
We'll see.
Okay.
No, they think about it. You've already said that like Mask can't figure out what he's doing, and neither can Castle. So if TL somehow like just fumbles this game, yeah, this region's done. They said Umti. They call Umti the general. He has good English. So I'm inferring comms will be solid. All I see are W's for this team. Yeah, nothing to argue there. I think that's week 2 predictions wrapped up with a bow. Is that potentially it? Do we have more? But wait, there's more.
Is there?
No, I just wanted to say that. I've been waffling a little bit this episode. I just wanted to waffle a little more.
Well, then I will let you close this out.
All right. Well, we have nothing else to offer, and you've essentially listened to us. Thank you to our viewers. Thank you for listening to me, Aaron, and Brandon discuss, waffle, and laugh at our experiences with the LCS, and we hope to see you in the next episode. I'm going to get the Markiplier like ending music to play. Anyone have anything to say? I lied. I'll say it. Hi, Jacob.